We're at Lake Siskiyou, and we went swimming, cooled off from the city hot temperatures.
It was heaven.
And now we're having a Corona.
Yep.
Two Corona. Okay, we're heading to Northern California, and I mean Northern California. But first, we're going to stop at one of our favorite lakes, Lake Siskiyou.
Yay! I love this lake.
Of course, you can't get anywhere from the Bay Area without going down miles and miles of nothing. But we still like it.
And we're together. I like it together.
We have everything we need right here in this little van. Now we're heading up pretty close to Shasta. This was weeds this time last year. Literally not a drop of water.
It looks great. Love to see it full. Lake Siskiyou. Next ride.
Now this place is pretty large. It's got tent camping, RV camping, cabins, just about any level of outdoors you want to deal with, it's here.
Here we are. There's the little store. It's got everything you need. A restaurant, a store.
They even have live music on the weekends at the little restaurant, which we went to. It was really fun. They have laundry, showers. Super good place if you have kids or not.
Hoping we'll take all the family there someday.
It's right here.
So, do we have a fire ring?
Here we are.
Got this place all pretty much to ourselves right here. A couple people here and there. It was a little smoky the weekend we were there, but it really wasn't bothersome. What did you think of the beach, Cheryl?
Here we are.
You've said that
No.
30 times already. Here we are.
Yeah.
You can see the beach was super empty.
Expert drone shot.
Now this is expert cooking. I love this little barbecue. It just folds up into nothing. And when you're driving around with everything in a van, if you're not careful, you just end up with an insurmountable amount of stuff in the back and you can't move around. So we really try to get everything small and compact.
Keep the pounds down. Oh my gosh.
You got to get one of these.
Here's his man thing.
It's so fast.
I like him not to do it when people aren't around.
Now Cheryl's just whipping up our favorite salmon.
With bees. They weren't too bad. I'm moving quick.
Okay.
Here I am, cooking.
You've probably seen this dish a few times in our videos, but we just love it. We got our air conditioner on. We're cheating a little bit. We got power with this hookup. We're running the air.
Sometimes you need those little comforts.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Perfect night weather when it's hot during the day.
Okay, now we're going up almost, well, actually to the Oregon border and then down a little bit to the Lava Beds National Monument. This terrain reminds me of Idaho or southeast Oregon. It's hard to believe this is all California.
Never been to this part. It was really beautiful. This area is just steeped in history about the Native Americans. And when we get to the National Lava Beds, we'll tell you part of the story.
As soon as you get to the lava beds, you can't help but feel the presence of the American Indian. It's pretty much their place, even now.
As you can tell, they had a fire a few years ago. It still didn't take away from the peacefulness of this beautiful place.
Now, when we were just hanging out at our campground, I think the fire revealed
Look at this.
a lot of things that nobody knew about. Now, here I am just walking through the weeds, and this looked interesting to me. It's just a walkway. It was a little walkway of sorts. Okay. And I'm going, who's making a walkway?
Check this out.
Now you can see before the fire, this was all buried in trees and brush. And when I talked to the rangers about it, they had no idea it was there. And then I walked around and I found another one. I just kept walking through the weeds, and boom, there'd be another little walkway. It was just
Such an interesting place.
Another little walkway here.
the rangers had no idea.
And then
I'm sure they figured it out by now, but
this is another show. See, little walkways.
just walkways, and it was like a little village in the middle of nowhere in the brush. And it looked like it was well hidden before the fire. Now it's exposed, and I wanted the rangers to know about it so they could protect it.
That was right in back of our campsite.
Captain Jack's stronghold. We were told to check this out, and it was where a very long battle, this was the Modoc Indians, took place. And they were holed up into this natural fortress that was so easy for them to hide that the soldiers never really could determine how many Indian soldiers there were, because they could move around without anybody seeing them. So they could jump around and make it look like there was many more.
7 months they were there.
They actually hid a small herd of cattle in a cave to help sustain them during the months of battle. Again, the soldiers had no clue.
Put your hand on this side.
From the surface, you couldn't see hardly any of this stuff. And then you just start walking and everything goes down into pits and the caves. The caves were pretty cool.
Very cool.
Now imagine this. This was an island, and all of this was a large, large, large lake. And the Indians would take their canoes up to the edge of this island and create stories telling of their history. Most of the pictographs were found around cave entrances. These have been dated to as many as 1,500 years ago. This cave here was ginormous.
I love caves. I love when it gets dark. It just feels so kind of out-of-body experience, if you will. So dark. I love that feeling.
You can imagine all these Indians just living in this area, in this cave.
This was actually called an ice cave. At the very bottom, there's a formation of ice that never goes away, and it is cold.